All right, we're live here on YouTube now. The broadcast will be kicking in momentarily. Hope you are having a great Monday morning. Get some music going. That's Mama's Black Sheep, Think About You in the background. This is the Monday morning edition of the Thunder Walrus Show. You're listening, or they're not listening yet. You're watching live via YouTube video stream. There's Moonshine. Let's get this set to manual DJ. We're about ready to kick this dude off. The Walrus Wonders question of the day is up. You can go post your answers to that. If you're not following us on Facebook, let's refresh this page and see the show is starting.
Just a gypsy with a full tank of gas.
Yeah, that's going now.
Put down the pedal, singing to the cloud. Moonshine, like my wind, won't you take me down there? Tomorrow is one more day. So moonshine, light my way. No boy ever ready to go. Rocking down the highway on the sold-out show. I smoke because I hold my own. Reading all the billboards telling me to go alone. Moonshine, light my way.
A little more.
Down south there. Tomorrow is one more day. So moonshine, light my way. Had a little trouble way back when.
All right, now the question and answer thing is up.
Rainy day, back on the road again. Got myself lost way out of town. Say the prayers to the dashboard, and I put my flag down. Moonshine, light my way. Won't you take me down south state? Tomorrow is one more day. So moonshine, light my way. I went through the fog after night. Been across your fingers that you'll make it home alive. Shadows jump out from my car. Keep your dice on the dashboard and your life in the jar. Moonshine, light my way. Won't you take me down south there? Tomorrow is one more day. So moonshine, light my way. Moonshine,
right my way. Good morning, Walrus Nation. You're listening to the Monday edition of the Thunder Walrus Show here on the Walrus Radio Network. We've got the YouTube video stream up. Good morning to those of you watching there. The question and answer tab is activated. I remember to do that today where I forgot it Friday. So you can post questions up. If you're watching on the live YouTube stream, don't forget to go to the Thunder Walrus page also. Answer the Walrus Wonders question of the day. Do you make lifelong friendships, or are friendships in your life situational? Pam Pie done threw an answer up there and said she has both, and quite a few of you agree with her that she says she has both and she's lucky to have both. Charlotte Midnight Rider and Kimberly B, who I got to see her, Mr. Dan Draper, yesterday. It was fun to run into you folks. We were out both patronizing a local watering hole together. They were finishing up their vacation trek. They'd been camping all weekend, and Paulie Pom Pom and a friend of ours, Ed, were out riding yesterday before we retired to the Pompland Pool Paradise for cold beer and crabs and a great Sunday evening there. Had a fabulous Saturday as well. Hell, it was a great weekend all the way around. Started Friday night with a few friends and a little fire on the deck Friday night. Saturday, we hung out at the Pompland Pool Paradise with Pam's little sister, Marty, and I got a little crispy. Got a little sunburnt, but it felt good to get a little sun on this pale white Casper-like skin. So got a little sun on Saturday night, chilled out at the house, just relaxed and had a wonderful evening. Sunday, just vegged. I slept in at like 9:30. That was the greatest day ever. Didn't do much of anything. Then Saturday afternoon, went out for a little stroll on the sled and met up with Paulie and Ed. Had a couple of drinks and then went to the Pomplands and had a great Sunday evening. It was one of those weekends you hated to see end, but life must go on. And we're here ready to greet Monday with a big smile, a kick in the nuts, and a fine how do you do, because we're going to have a great Monday no matter what. If you played the Mega Millions and Powerball numbers, I've got those numbers for you. Also, I've already told you about the Walrus Wonders question of the day. Be sure you go by the Tim Yarsh page or Thunder. I don't even know if I posted it on Thunder Walrus. Most of you find it now on Tim Yarsh. So you can go there. The Walrus Wonders question of the day is posted up on my Tim Yarsh page. Put your answer up. I'll share it with you later. Sturgis is over. We'll have the Sturgis wrap-up tomorrow with Mr. Johnny Lang from Strip Club Choppers. For the stripclubchoppers.com report, we'll talk to him at 11 a.m. Hillbilly, our friend from PA New Jersey franchise of SEC, has got some events coming up. His Nothing Fancy party coming up the 22nd through the 24th, I believe, of this month. We'll be talking to him next week about that and much, much more. But we've got a great show for you here on Monday. We've got loaded grannies trying to skip town. Men, are you manscaping properly? We've got tips and advice about that. Everything from cowlicks to unibrows to moisturizing. We've got it all. And then the guy, you know I love stupid criminals, guys that get away with stuff and then do something really boneheaded stupid to get themselves caught. Yeah, you're going to love this one from both sides. Not only from the criminal side, but from the cop side as well. Boone County, Missouri actually has a cyber task force. You'll be amazed who they call it. That's funny. And now that I have heard this information and the fact that Charlie Brown, with no political experience whatsoever, is going to be the Democratic nominee for the governor of Tennessee, yeah, I may not be moving there now. We'll talk about all that and much, much more on this, the Monday edition of the Thunder Walrus Show here on the Walrus Radio Network. Got your tickets ready? Your Mega Millions numbers are. Let's see, that was for Friday, August the 8th, wasn't it? Sure was. Friday, August the 8th, Mega Millions numbers are 9, 16, 61, 70, 75, and the Mega Ball was 7. Again, the numbers for August the 8th, Friday, the Mega Millions numbers were 9, 16, 61, 70, 75, and the Mega Ball was 7. The Powerball numbers for Saturday, August the 9th, they were 3, 12, 31, 34, 51, and your Powerball was 24. Again, August the 9th, Saturday's Powerball numbers 8, 12, 31, 34, 51, and your Powerball was 24. I hope you're having a great Monday. I'm looking forward to having a great Monday here with you on the program, as well as on the live video stream. Don't forget to share the YouTube and Google Plus links so that people can catch the video. Share it with them. If you can't watch it, listen to us live via our Spreaker server. Just check out my Facebook pages or go to thunderwalrus.com and click the Listen Live link. It'll take you right to the radio page. Thunderwalrus.com is where you'll find the Thunder Walrus Show and the Walrus Radio Network link. Anytime you need it, anytime you want it. We'll be back with some more information and entertainment. I've got some Sunsets North coming up for you. Remember, these bands are all from our former Homegrown Thursday program. We're thankful to have them because they don't cast the red flags that get us kicked off YouTube, and it gives some great, well, I don't know if it's great exposure, but it gives exposure to some great bands, local up-and-coming bands that play some great music. This is Sunset North. Good morning, Walrus Nation. Good morning to the viewers on the YouTube channel. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Share the link with your friends. Ask a question if you'd like. The question and answer app is available to you. So you can type in your question. I'll kill that background music there. It's a little loud sometimes. And then that makes me yell, and I think it distorts the voice. I've been told that the voice on one of them was a little loud. I'm waiting to see if I'll hear from Spoo or Frank Snyder yet about the audio. Go post your answer to the Walrus Wonders question of the day. Don't forget to find us on YouTube. Just search the Thunder Walrus. It'll come up. Search the Thunder Walrus. You'll find us. Check us out on YouTube. Share it with your friends. Share it with your loved ones on Google. We like to drive that viewership up if we could. That would be very cool. Let's see, I think I've got folks chatting with me. Let's see if I do on Google. I believe I saw a notification there from something on Google. Maybe not. And anybody with me on Spreaker? Oh, absolutely. Love that. It's not done loading. Sure it is. There we go. We're all good. Facebook. Make sure we don't run out of time on the music. There's Dag Radio. That's funny. Apparently, our dear friend Mickey Coachella had the opportunity to drink some moonshine this weekend. He is had some rants over the weekend, and then this morning so much for drinking moonshine. I think he might have been out there with them boys in Carroll County with the Troops crew, and I think they may have hurt him a little bit. Hell, them boys have hurt me, I guarantee you. I don't doubt it a bit that if he was out there hanging out with him, they introduced him to a little shine and hurt him. But he'll be all right. He's a champion. He will recover. I have faith in him. I do. All right, here we go. The music's coming back up for the YouTube stream. And we're getting ready to go back live. Good morning, Walrus Nation. You're listening to the Thunder Walrus Show right here on the radio station, known for its famous name, the Walrus Radio Network. It seems redundant when I say that all the time. You're listening to the Thunder Walrus Show. We may have to change the name of the show just so I don't have to say that name so much. We head off to Romulus, Michigan for our first segment this morning. A loaded granny's trying to skip town. Romulus, Michigan, and according to the Associated Press, a 78-year-old Florida woman tried to fly on an international trip from Detroit Metropolitan Airport with almost $41,000 cash hidden in her girdle, bra, and carry-on bag, according to federal authorities. A complaint filed Friday in the U.S. District Court in Detroit said the Clearwater woman was trying to board a flight on April the 2nd to the Philippines with her daughter. She initially said she had $200 in cash, but submitted a form declaring she had $1,200, prompting questions. During a search, Customs and Border Protection officers found $8,000 in wallets in a carry-on bag, $4,000 sewn in a clutch pouch, and nearly $1,000 in envelopes. According to the complaint, she then told them she had $3,000 in her blouse and $2,000 sewn into the strap of her bra. Officers continued to search. They said they found about $21,000 in her girdle. The woman then told authorities that she had recently sold her home for $120,000, wired some money to the Philippines, and she had planned to carry a portion of the money with her. She stated that she did not wire the proceeds to the Philippines this time because she thought it would be safer to carry the money, according to the complaint. But the problem is, a federal law requires travelers to declare if they are carrying more than $10,000 cash. The woman hasn't been charged, but the government in the forfeiture complaint said it wants to keep the money. The Detroit News reported details of this request Friday. Federal court records don't list a lawyer for the woman, and the Associated Press left a message seeking comment from her at a telephone listing in Florida, but they got no response before this story was published. Now, other than not declaring the money, that's the only law she broke, and yet the government feels entitled to keep that money. The only thing they should be entitled to is possibly any taxes that she may have owed on it, but I'm sure if that was a settlement on the sale of her home and the proceeds from the sale of her home, she'd probably already had to pay capital gains tax on that, and it's her money. Why is there a limit on how much cash you can carry around this country? I don't understand that. If it's your money and it's your money. It's cash money. I mean, I don't understand why the limit, why it's any of their business what I do with my money. It's all because they want to know what you're doing, and they want to make sure they get their fair share of anything you do, whether it's transferring of funds or capital gains on a sale of a home or inheritance tax or whatever it may or may not be. They'll find a way to get their hands on a piece of it, and they now want to keep this woman's money. I don't think that's right. If she owes money on it, okay, take the money she owes and then possibly a small fine or fee for trying to skip out on what she owes. But you can't take all of her money. It's not yours. That's not. I don't think that's fair and or just. And so I don't believe that that's right. And I don't understand where the $10,000. If you've got $9,999, they can't say a word to you. But if you have $10,000 or more and you don't declare it, all of a sudden you're in a world of crap. What's that $1 do? What's the difference? I'd like to trip them out, walk through with $9,999.99, and be my luck somebody would want to give me a penny. Gee, thanks, now I'm in trouble. That's all it takes, that 1 cent. It'll push you right over the top. I got some Iconics with their song Ritual coming up for you. Thanks for joining us for the Monday edition of the Thunder Walrus Show. If you're watching live on YouTube, we appreciate you catching the video stream. Share it with your friends and tell them that it is the best damn entertainment on the planet. I am the king of all trailer park media. Like, we got a webcam, a website, a radio station. We're broadcasting it live from the Medieval Custom Cycle Studios here in Street, Maryland. Hell, man, we are the kings of all trailer park media. Good morning, Walrus Nation. All right. With a magnet. Right on. Oh, Spoo's a great dude, man. I'm going on air. Good morning, Walrus Nation. You're listening to the Thunder Walrus Show. You're also watching the live video stream as we broadcast from the Medieval Custom Cycle Studios in Street, Maryland. Yes, I can see your question, hotspotsalt.com. And what's going on? It is the live video stream from the Medieval Custom Cycle Studio of the Thunder Walrus Show. We appreciate you all tuning in, hanging out, and watching. And I haven't heard any feedback about the audio, whether it is the YouTube or Spreaker. So if there are any comments, any suggestions, please let me know. Jumping back now, don't forget the Thunder Walrus, the Walrus Wonders question of the day is up. Do you make lifelong friendships, or are the friendships in your life situational? Spoo's with us now. Good. Glad you're here, Spoo. Thanks for tuning in. The greatest and also dumbest way to get caught. It also just reassures me of the fact that I really need to start this criminal school. We go to Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The sweet victory for a North Carolina man. This is how he got caught, because the sweet victory of beating the police officers in nothing other than a donut eating contest this week soured after a newspaper story about the win led to his arrest on breaking and entering charges. Bradley Hardison, 24, of Elizabeth City, downed 8 donuts in 2 minutes only 8 donuts in 2 minutes during a contest Tuesday night at an anti-crime event hosted by the city's police department, according to a story in the Daily Advance. The report caught the eye of Camden County Sheriff's Lieutenant Max Robinson, who said his detectives had been trying to interview Hardison for about 9 months after suspecting him in break-ins at 2 local businesses. Robinson said they brought Hardison in for questioning on Wednesday. I said, "Congratulations on your win last night," Robinson recalled, before arresting the man on criminal charges of breaking and entering and injury to real property. Hardison remained in jail on Friday, the sheriff's lieutenant was quoted as saying. So yeah, you think you're going to be cool, show up at one municipality's little local fundraising event to chow down on free donuts and embarrass the local police officers when the Boston cream donut is on your face, because now your ass is locked up because you were doing some B&Es in a couple of counties over, sunshine. Didn't work out well for you. Why do people do that? They say, though, the criminal always returns to the scene of the crime. Well, he didn't necessarily return to the scene of the crime, but he showed up where the scene of the crime occurred in their newspaper. Then the sheriff from that county was able to locate his dingbat ass and lock him up. After you've pulled off a couple of B&Es and you're not in jail, you might want to continue to lay low for a little while, because people don't tend to forget crap like that. And if they had any inclination that it was you that did it, yeah, they're probably going to be looking for you for quite a while. You might want to learn to keep your head down, keep your mouth shut, to stay out of the limelight for a little while. Going around and being all like a celebrity, winning donut eating contests is no way to keep yourself out of the limelight there, buddy. Now you're behind bars. Good luck to you. And next time, pass up on the donuts. You're listening to the Thunder Walrus Show as we broadcast live from the Medieval Custom Cycle Studios here in Street, Maryland. Also, got to give a big shout out to Crave Marketing and Social Media Business Solutions. You need to get your business out there. Crave Marketing and Social Media Business Solutions. I'll get it straight here in a minute. Sorry, Kathy. They can help you promote your business. Check them out on Facebook. It's Crave Marketing and Social Media Business Solutions. And Kathy Nosk, let her know that the Thunder Walrus sent you. We appreciate each and everything she's doing for us and helping us out. We hope you are helping us out as well. Spread the word, share the links for the video stream as well as the Thunder Walrus live broadcast. And don't forget that Benzotti Live airs nightly here. It's your dose of heavy metal and hard rock, all right here on the Walrus Radio Network. What's coming up for you next? Some safety-tested Boston with Plastic Perfect. This is bands from our former Homegrown Thursday program. Local bands from around the country and around the world entertaining you here on the Thunder Walrus program. Good morning, Walrus Nation. That song ain't picking up very well, is it? Sounds like you're probably watching dead air. I hope not. I hope the music's coming across on the YouTube stream. We'll find out later. People will let me know, I'm sure. Stu's listening. Good morning, Walrus Nation. You're listening to the Thunder Walrus Show and watching live video stream on YouTube as we broadcast live from the Medieval Custom Cycle Studios in Street, Maryland. We appreciate y'all joining us this morning. Boone County, Missouri has a cyber task force. Why would they, a name like Boone County? Okay, here we go. This is going to be good. Guess who they caught? And you'll be even more shocked at what they caught them doing. It's a church leader, and it's a town called Roach, Missouri. Can this get any better? Boone County, Missouri, in a town, a church leader in Roach, Missouri, is caught by a cyber task force and is also out of a job after being arrested for allegedly trying to arrange a sexual encounter. No, not with a child, not with an underage female, not with a little boy, but with a canine. Yes, a dog. Jared Hill, 56, was arrested Tuesday on suspicion of attempted unlawful sex with an animal and attempted animal abuse. Authorities began investigating Hill at the Boone County Sheriff's Department Cyber Crimes Task Force. They got a tip about a Craigslist post by a man looking for two types of animals for sex. One of the chosen animals was a dog, but investigators declined to mention the other type of animal, the Columbia Tribune reports. They didn't, who knows, but it was still an animal, probably a goat or a sheep, possibly a cow, something like that. An undercover detective contacted Hill by email and offered a dog for sex. The two then arranged a meeting in Columbia. When Hill arrived, he was arrested without incident, according to CBS St. Louis. He was released after paying $1,000 bail. The allegations have had a negative effect on Hill's job as the CEO of the Windermere Baptist Conference Center. Well, no kidding. Not necessarily wanting the leader of my religious organization to be a known advertiser on Craigslist for soliciting sex with animals. A day after Hill's arrest, church leaders released a statement saying that the organization is concerned for the well-being of Jerry. Hell with Jerry, what about the dog he was trying to bone in the butt? I'd be worried about the dog. To hell with Jerry. But we'll meet next week to start the process of looking for a new president and CEO, according to apbnews.com. Listen, I'm all for Jerry having, a little freedom. But if we can't get leaders of large church organizations, now I don't know how big this organization is or is not, because they have a CEO and president. It could be, all of four people. I don't know. It could be an organization of a couple 100,000 people. Either way, this gentleman figured out a way to land himself a position of authority without anybody being aware of his creepiness. Or if they were aware of it, they were willing to hide it. That's sad, especially when it is a religious organization where people think that you will find upstanding, trustworthy, moral people that have a sense of decency and respect and aren't looking out to bone animals and finding pleasure in it. That's freaking weird. Matter of fact, it's mildly disturbing for the poor dog. And to show you where the mindset of this joint is, they say that they're concerned for the well-being of Jerry. Well, Jerry's going to need help taking care of himself the rest of his life because he's a little off his rocker. He's going to be living in a very nice little facility on a rolling hill somewhere that has plenty of plate glass windows for him to look out of and lick. But he's not going to be lining up any more sexual encounters with animals. Dear God, and how did he become the leader of a church organization? That's how you expect me to have confidence in anybody or anything when our political leaders are nothing more than money-grubbing whoremongers. They're just looking to be somebody's sugar daddy with the money that they're getting from the lobbyists who are paying them to drive things their way so they can make more money. It's and they wonder why I am so cynical, and all I'm worried about is keeping my happy cup full each and every day because the world is just off its rocker. Church leaders lining up sex with dogs. It's amazing to me. And they're worried about the well-being of Jerry. Unless that's the dog's name, which I know it's not because it's the church leader, Jared Hill. He goes by Jerry. Well, I wonder if he's any relation to Hank Hill. Just saying. Good morning, Walrus Nation. For those watching on the YouTube stream, stick around. We'll be right back. I've got it set to auto DJ. Time for a potty break and a cup of water. I'll be back momentarily, y'all. She told you I'd be back. Good morning, Walrus Nation. I'm feeling on top of the world today. I don't think I have to wait till tonight. Hey, fellas, time to have that uncomfortable conversation. We don't want to admit it, but you don't know how to groom everything on your body. And everyone can get embarrassed asking for advice about it. So, leave it to Reddit to be the epicenter of advice when it comes to men seeking clever ways to all things back hair, cowlicks, unibrows, and this is no joke. People will hide behind their usernames to ask and answer some of the most intimate questions they have to offer. One user, My Little Scar, who identifies as a UK-based professional barber and male groomer, opened up an Ask Me Anything, aka AMA thread, Ask Me Anything thread, which proceeds to be flooded with men's beauty worries and seemingly excellent advice to cure those worries. So guys, according to this barber, here are some tips and tricks to taming the unruly beast in your grooming game. First off, he addresses cowlicks. Sorry to say, but the cowlicks are yours. You'll never be rid of the cowlicks. The best thing to do is to work with them instead of trying to hide them. Every time you go to have a haircut, let your barber or stylist know about your cowlick before they get started, because if your barber or stylist cuts your hair wet, the cowlick may be weighted down by the water, and then when they cut it, the cowlick draws up, and it doesn't look like it did when it was wet, and they need to be aware of it. And a good one, like they said, can help work them into your style. A lot of male celebrities have cowlicks, for example. Brad Pitt, John Mayer have pretty severe ones on the front of their fringe. I got one right in the middle of my forehead. But keep my hair pulled back in a ponytail, you can't ever tell it. But when it's loose, you can tell that little lick right there in the front. But they wear styles that work with cowlicks, and so you'd never really tell it. Like I said, mine's always pulled back in a ponytail. You can't ever hardly tell it. But there are ways that you can work with them if you'll tell the person cutting your hair. Helps you not look so goofy, fellas. This one scares me and upsets me to no end. The fact that guys get Brazilian waxes. That's disturbing. But this guy in England says he does a lot of them, and they refer to them at his place as, get ready for this and sit down because you're going to wet yourself laughing. It's called a bum sack and crack. He says, I do a lot of Brazilian waxes. He said, we refer to them as a bum sack and crack at my place. They're probably one of the second biggest waxing treatments sold besides back waxing. The Brits get their backs waxed, and apparently they get their bum sack and crack waxed too. A bum sack and crack. I just thought that was absolutely hysterical. He said they're way better than shaving. They last, whether it's a back wax or a bum sack and crack, they last 4 to 6 weeks, and you get a perfect, smooth, and clean everything. It's honestly much better than shaving, and I recommend it 100%. My clients never go back to shaving. And I just find that disturbing that there is that many British men out there getting the bum sack and crack treatment at some spa. And there's actually a spa that'll do it. My God, hairy ass, cheese dingleberry infested ass bent over in front of you for you to spread hot wax all over and then rub it and smear it all over his sack too. And who's going to hold that tight while you pull that wax over there? Because that ain't going to feel so damn good. Dear God in heaven, I can't believe that somebody would do that. But something, moisturizing, let's move past the Brazilian waxes. Dear God in heaven. Come on, fellas, step up. Moisturizing. The biggest mistake most men make would have to be moisturizing. The modern world is filled with lots of nasty pollution, UVA, UVB rays, and just a really light, non-greasy SPF moisturizer does wonders in the long-term health of your skin. It not only keeps it soft, but it also prevents damage from the sun and increased chances of skin cancer by overexposure to the sun. The sun dries your skin out, whether you know it or not. It's a kind of cooking you. When you're, especially for the fellas that work outside a lot. You know, you see those poor construction workers who nobody ever talked to about moisturizer. They're 45 and they look like they're 70 because their skin looks like shoe leather because it's been cooking so many years while they work construction in the summer heat, and it takes its toll on you. Even ladies that spend too much time in the sun or even in a tanning bed. Now, look, you can overcook yourself too, gal. Don't do it. Don't do it. The unibrow is a big one. Waxing, threading, or permanent hair removal, intense pulsed light IPL treatment. Make sure to ask for someone who specializes in male grooming for the waxing. if you're going to do that for your monobrow, because they'll give you some really girly eyebrows if you don't. And you don't want to come out there looking like you've had that muscle in the middle of your forehead clipped, and you always look surprised, because that's what they'll do. You always look like the next word out of your mouth is going to be, wow. No, you don't want that done. So make sure you get somebody experienced in the waxing part if you're going to go that route with the unibrow. You can pluck it yourself. Waxing, threading, permanent hair removal with the laser treatment sometimes, but that can leave a little scarring, and then you get a permanent red mark, and you look like you're from a camel jockey country somewhere. Yeah, the doorbell button, ding dong. I don't know. I didn't know if that was a button you pushed to turn them on or off, or if it was a target or what it was. I'm not sure. Not sure. I want to find out either. And for those fellas that have sensitive scalp, this gentleman recommends a gentle but nourishing shampoo that will keep your scalp free of sebum. And I have no idea what that is. CEBUM. God, I hope it has nothing to do with that bum crack and sack deal he had going on up earlier. Without drying it out, tea tree oil helps prevent and treat spots and zits and helps calm any redness. A professional product is more expensive to purchase, but you need to use much less shampoo per application than a drugstore brand each time you shampoo. So there is a check and balance there. Yes, it costs more, but it is stronger and higher concentrate, so you have to use less of it. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. To me, I don't know, but if you have a sensitive scalp, keep that in mind. Tea tree oil helps prevent it, and it will recommend a gentle but nourishing shampoo for the scalp. It pretty much is like dandruff is what they're talking about, right? Do we have to be so sensitive about it? You just got dandruff. They even refer to, they talk to dandruff again down here. So it may or may not be. Also, a salicylic acid scrub for the body acne will help too. Guys, that hot, sweaty weekends and working out in the sun. This is unusual. I just had 2 lovely young ladies walk into my motorcycle shop while I'm on the air. Ladies, somebody will be with you in just a second. Hang on, I'm broadcasting a radio show live from here, but you're good. Have a seat, sit down. Somebody will be coming around the corner there here in a minute, I'm assuming. If not, you can walk through, because yeah, he's going to start a bike. You can, he'll be with you in just a second, or not. If not, I will be. But fellas, also, if you want thick hair, you worried about it thinning a little bit, I look at mine every day and think, holy crap, I might cut all his hair off and just go with the Kojak look because it's starting to thin. It says use a serum or argan oil, and I have no idea what that is. You're going to have to Google search that, because that's something that's outside of my area of expertise. If it ain't motor oil, I don't know, but an argan oil, and it will, there we go, somebody showed up. And it will time to prevent frizz and keep it healthy and soft. If you get really frizzy hair, I like Moroccan oil. You only need a really small amount, and your hair feels incredible and leaves you without frizz, according to this barber. So a Moroccan oil probably going to be a little more expensive, but you can use less of it. If you got that bad helmet hair, that probably works for ladies too. Keep that frizz down and all that static and crap for the guys that have, and ladies that have to ride in states that have helmet laws. Knock that frizz down, keep that under control. Use a serum or argan oil. It'll tame and prevent the frizz and keep it healthy. And if you get really frizzy hair, Moroccan oil. You don't have to use quite as much, and it will leave you without the frizz, fellas. Now, I don't understand the difference between, I guess there is a difference between sensitive scalp. You can have a sensitive scalp without having dandruff flake. But this barber swears by Nizoral for dandruff. It's an anti-androgen and works. 2 weeks of use and no more dandruff, according to this guy. So look up Nizoral, Nizoral. I'm not sure if it's available here in America. This guy's a UK-based barber and stylist. And so he may be giving out information that is only pertinent to the UK. I don't know, but you can check out Nizoral. Maybe you can order it from the UK. And guys, if you want that big, thick, like hipster beard that people are growing these days, well, you got to treat it good. You just can't wash it with facial soap anymore. There is some pampering and there is some treatments that you have to do to keep that facial hair very thick and lustrous. You need a good conditioner and shampoo for your face and beard. Don't use that same old stuff you use to wash your hands to wash your beard with if you want a very nice one. Because all you're doing is drying it out and damaging it. It's just breaking off. You want it to grow thick and long, you're going to have to treat it nice. So find you a good shampoo and conditioner for your beard instead of your body gel that you use in the shower. Not necessarily good for the facial hair if you want a thick Poncho Johnson-like beard. You guys ain't never seen Poncho Johnson's beard, you need to go check him out on Facebook. He is Poncho Johnson, the Poncho Johnson, from Poncho's House of Tattoos and Piercings there on Route 40 of Pulaski Highway. He's got the biggest, fullest Santa Claus-like beard I've ever seen in my life, man. It's a great one. And he's probably the guy that just washes his with, like, dishwashing soap or something. He just has that natural, it just grows like barbed wire. It can't stop. Or kudzu, for those people who have ever been in the South and know what kudzu is, you can't kill that stuff. And Poncho's beard's pretty much the same way. You can pour gasoline, set it on fire, it'll just come back next year. It's not, you can't burn it out, you can't cut it out, you can't do nothing with it. Do you have greasy hair, fellas? Well, try to go light on your product and invest in a professional product, since you'll use much less than you would if you purchased a drugstore brand. If your hair is super oily, after a day or two, dry shampoo is a lifesaver. You don't have to use water. It's kind of like Absorbol that you use in a shot, like when you spill oil and you just put this like sawdust-like material down to soak up the oil. Well, that's kind of what dry shampoo is. It's just like dry Absorbol for greasy hair. You just gotta powder it in and shake it out. It's mildly disturbing, but it works, I guess. You can even try some powders, like American Crew's Boost Powder, but I much prefer the dry shampoo, and it is easier, according to the stylist and barber. So, okay, go ahead. That's your deal. You just spray it on your roots, and your hair becomes matte, and you're not greasy. Okay. Matte is like flat, and then I thought that would look like, you just matted your hair to your head. Now you look like you got a hair full of Afro sheen or something. I'm not so sure that would be the look I was going for. I don't know. But there's the AMA Ask Me Anything thread from the UK barber. If you've got questions, you can go find the thread. Just Google search the Ask Me Anything thread, aka AMA, and see what you find. You've got questions, post them there. And then post them to my web page. My Facebook page. I'd like to hear about them. Or you can even call in if you'd like. We'll start sharing the phone number here once I make sure we've got it set and working. It worked Tuesday when I talked to Johnny. We're going to make sure it works tomorrow when I talk to Johnny. And then we will start letting you call in if you would like. Let me check haven't been watching the YouTube stream. You see, has anybody posted any questions I need to address before I jump off into some music? Nope, no questions there. Go check out the Thunder Walrus and Tim Yar's Facebook pages. You'll find the Walrus Wonders question of the day there. Do you make lifelong friends, or are your friendships just situational relationships? Post up your answer to the Walrus Wonders question of the day. We'll share those with you when we come back. I've got some Loss of Effect with Anarchy and Joe Cat, 5 Miles of Pain coming up. You're going to get a double song set. We'll be back with the answers to the Walrus Wonders question of the day. We'll be looking to wrap it up here shortly. We've about kicked this Monday's ass. It's about time for us to bid you a fond farewell, but I got a little more entertainment for you and a whole lot more damn good music for you. This is the Thunder Walrus Show. Good morning, Walrus Nation. Yeah, these two ladies just walk in. I'm not used to, out of the ordinary, you, Jamie, or somebody else, my wife, pretty ladies walk in. These two ladies just walk in and dressing like, yeah, that's not usual here. Oh, social services. Ah. Okay, well, I'm on there. We'll leave that one alone. Oh, set that music down. Oh my goodness, how time flies when you're having fun, Walrus Nation. It's already after 11 o'clock. All right, we'll turn that back on. I hope the volume is doing better today. I had some reports, and I hope Frank finally is up, and Frank Schneider's Tattoos. Had the opportunity to talk to him over the weekend. Appreciate his input. And he was giving me some information about the imbalance between the radio and the YouTube and what was extremely loud. And so I hope the radio show was better. And I kind of tried to watch my volume of my voice and get it adjusted a little better, fine-tuned or tweaked, if you will. And so, look, hopefully you listened, watched, and heard, and be able to give me some feedback, brother. Hopefully I made it better. Hopefully I cured it. If not, hopefully I at least improved it, and we'll continue to fine-tune it as we go. This is just our second week of broadcasting a live video stream from the Medieval Custom Cycle Studios here in State, Maryland. Appreciate Rick's efforts in opening the shop to us, giving a portion of it to turn into the studio. Love the logo behind us, the MCC Lounge. That's his refrigerator here at the Strip Choppers Lounge. That's what's on the road. For the Medieval Custom Cycles Lounge, he's got a waiting area, which I occupy part of with the show here. And there comes up some 5 miles of pain from Joe Cat, which if Charlotte Midnight Rider's listening, you're going to love this. So, yeah, he gave up part of the lounge, but if you're out and need your bike serviced and you'll schedule it with Rick, let him know you're coming. You can have a chill pill right here. There's a TV right above the studio where I'm sitting above this refrigerator. So you can come in, hang out. It may take an hour or so for you to get your bike done, but you have a place to sit. You have a place to chill out while you get your bike serviced.
No need to bitch with the guy. Now I can't tell the bed from the cheap hotel. Spinning on my feet here and there. Play for $1, you don't know my name. Rolling through the years in the highway. Rolling through the years in the highway. If you ever spoke about a month ago, now they forgot to pay me after the show. Certain amount of numbers I don't understand. 38 in my booth might start talking again. Down here till the bed from a cheap hotel. Waiting on my feet here and there. Playing for $1, you don't know my name. Rolling through the years in the miles again. Rolling through the years in the miles again. Help me struggle through life. Don't think retirement's outside. So I roll down the road in the middle of the night.
Hey, no worries. Thanks for stopping by. They said they stopped by. Like you don't usually get pretty women walking into the shop. It just doesn't happen. Here we go. Good morning, Walrus Nation. You're listening to the Thunder Walrus Show and watching the live video stream as we broadcast from the Medieval Custom Cycles studios here in Street, Maryland. We appreciate you hanging out and enjoying the entertainment. This is why I may be changing my mind about moving to Tennessee. Charlie Brown, swear to God, that's his real name. This can't get any funnier from the start. Charlie Brown, a retired engineer with no political experience, but does have some interesting views, was chosen Thursday as the Democratic nominee for governor of the state of Tennessee. In an interview with Mother Jones, Brown said his primary goal as governor would be to put the Bible back in school. He also said of Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam, who is a Republican, that he would like to, quote, put his butt in that electric chair and turn it on about half throttle and let him smell a little bit. That's according to the Mother Jones interview as they reported. Brown reportedly was able to bring attention to his candidacy by sending a letter to the editor, to Tennessee newspapers, and the Blount County Democratic Party. The national scene also obtained an email thread among some Tennessee Democrat Party members showing concern over the Brown candidacy. Yeah, I'm sure. He wants to put the current governor in the electric chair, turn it on half throttle, and let him smell a little bit. In 2012, the Tennessee Democratic Party had to disown Democratic U.S. Senate candidate Mark Clayton over his association with a hate group. So they're really batting 1,000 here when it comes to selecting candidates for the Democratic Party in the state of Tennessee. On Thursday, longtime Senator Lamar Alexander, a Republican from Tennessee, defeated his Tea Party challenger, State Representative Joe Carr. Carr had the prominent backing of conservative radio show host Laura Ingraham, but yet still Alexander pulled out the win. Scandal-ridden U.S. Representative Scott DeGilarius from Tennessee declared victory in his primary race Friday, though state officials haven't yet finalized the results. His primary opponent, State Senator Jim Tracy, has said he is open to impeaching President Barack Obama. So no matter who they get from whatever angle they get them from, it sounds like they've got a real freaking boatload of winners down there in Tennessee running for political office. We may be jumping from the frying pan to the fire in this deal. There may be a good reason why the universe hasn't let us move to Tennessee yet. Jesus, God Almighty. We found a Democratic. This guy has no political experience whatsoever. He is an engineer. His name is Charlie Brown, and he wants to put the current governor in the electric chair and turn it on half throttle and let him smell a little bit. Well, yee-haw, kick me in the nuts and call me your little brother. I have no idea why they would want this dude to be their candidate. Making such statements, how's that going to go? I mean, no matter how bad of a governor you had, putting him in the electric chair is one thing, but then turning that into just inhumane torture by turning it on half throttle and letting him smell a little bit is mildly disturbing. Let's be real, that is way more than mildly disturbing. That is like criminally insane. That guy doesn't need to be running in elected into a political office. He needs to be locked up in a state uh, facility somewhere, whether it be a correctional or mental institution, one or the other. But either way, you don't need to be running for any elected office. Oh my God. Uh, as the HuffPost also reported on Friday, uh, three left-leaning Tennessee Supreme Court justices. If all of that other stuff wasn't enough, check this out. Uh, the three left-leaning Tennessee Supreme Court justices on Thursday evening withstood attempts by Republicans to have them voted out of their judicial seats. Also on Thursday, the communications director to U.S. Representative Stephen Fincher from Tennessee took responsibility for accidentally posting a tweet to Fincher's Twitter account that mentioned shagging, instead of posting it only to her own Facebook page. Oh, that's better. You put it out there on her Facebook page, it's okay. You put it out there on her Twitter account, man, that shagging, that's just unacceptable on Twitter. You can't mention shagging's okay on Facebook. You want to talk about shagging, you can do that on Facebook, but do not cross that line of decent morality and talk about shagging on Twitter. It is just completely unacceptable. We will not have it. No sirree, Bob. I'm telling you. What makes the difference if, oh, I was just meant to, it's like that's an excuse. I'm sorry, I was just supposed to put it on her Facebook account, not on her Twitter account. So what? Were you supposed to put it anywhere? It's not even your account, and you're mentioning something about shagging, and now everybody cares. The communications director to U.S. Representative Stephen Fincher took responsibility for the accidental tweet, instead of posting it only on her own Facebook page. Yeah, I did it. I'm the dirty little girl that posts naughty things. Well, why is your personal account linked to a representative's Twitter account? That doesn't seem right either. There's something a little suspicious there, too. We might want to look into that. While you look into a little Mama's Black Sheep, I am here and safety tested Boston with Golden Gate. Then we'll be back for a little more entertainment, a little more fun as we carry you through this, the Monday edition of the Walrus Attack Show, and live video stream on YouTube from here at the Medieval Custom Cycle Studios in Street, Maryland. Good morning, Walrus Nation. Don't mean to ignore you guys on the video stream. I apologize. I'm trying to take care of some social media stuff here. And I can't do two things at once. I'm not that bright. It's not. I need to check, add myself as an admin, I believe. My own page so that I can access it from 10 yards, but I'm not so sure I know how to do that. Block security.
Don't know where we're headed. I can't see the future. Can't make a promise, but I will say I'm so happy to be on your journey. If you're happy, and if we're right down this unmarked highway, and the answers are unclear. Will your love this one? And for now, I'm holding shotgun. Know you're not alone in this one. 'Cause I am here. I am here. I am here. Oh, I
Good morning, Walrus Nation. You're listening to the Thunder Walrus Show. Here's a little Golden Gate from Safety Tested Boston. Good morning, Walrus Nation. You're listening to the Thunder Walrus Show, and I appreciate you hanging out with us and enjoying this Monday morning. A Dallas family is suing a satellite television provider, DirecTV, and I believe they should sue them. They have to be accountable, and they're trying to find a loophole to pawn it off. Well, ultimately, it was your responsibility to do their background check, whether it was the contractor himself. It's your job to ensure that they're doing their job, you're the parent company. But in Dallas, August the 8th, according to Reuters, a Dallas family has sued satellite television provider DirecTV after a man making a service call at their home was found to be a registered sex offender. And this cat took photos of their 12-year-old daughter. That's according to their lawyer on Friday. Listen, you wouldn't have needed a lawyer. I would need a lawyer. If that dude was taking pictures of my 12-year-old kid, I'd have killed his ass first, and then I'd have went and sued DirecTV. Don't you dare and don't you ever put my kid in danger when I'm doing business with you and you're providing a service to my home. Don't you come in there and don't bring somebody that is detrimental to the health and well-being of my family. And this cat's taking pictures of my 12-year-old daughter. Oh, you'd have way more hell to pay than just a lawsuit. But anyway, this dude supposedly took pictures of the 12-year-old daughter. According to the lawyer, DirecTV said the man had absolutely no affiliation with the company and was brought to the house by a contractor who has since been fired for violating company policy, spokeswoman Jade Ecksteed said in an email. Warren Scott Macy, 48, was arrested as a result of the August 2012 incident. Macy pleaded guilty in October to attempted indecency with a child and attempted sexual performance of a child. For the pictures he took of the girl, he was sentenced to 4 years in prison, according to legal documents. But now the family is suing DirecTV. Family said in court documents, Massey went into a room where their daughter, who was 12 at the time and was alone, the daughter was a gymnast and she was stretching. And this cat convinces her to pose for some pictures and was going to use them and told her not to tell anybody. But she went and told her mother. Her mother notified the police. He's lucky you didn't get a hold of some southern mother. The right kind of mama would have just killed his ass right there in the damn kitchen, and he'd have been chopped up and hung out in the meat locker. Nobody would ever known his ass became up missing. His van would have been the bottom of a creek somewhere, and nobody they even ever known. But she called the law. The law took care of it. The man was sentenced to 4 years, but now DirecTV is claiming it wasn't their responsibility. It was the contractor's responsibility to do the background check. But who's holding the contractor responsible? Who is holding them accountable for not doing it? You're going to sue them? No, I hired DirecTV. DirecTV subbed out the work. That's not my fault. I hired you, DirecTV, and you are the one who put my 12-year-old daughter in harm's way and in jeopardy by entertaining a damn pedophile and sexual predator as a contractor to install your satellites in my home. You're responsible whether you like it or not, and you should have to pay for it. That's just my opinion. Walrus Nation, it's that time again for me to bid you a fond farewell. I hope you have a wonderful and great Monday afternoon. Remember, the wiggle is your tool to shake off the negativity in your life so that you can get a good, clear focus of the positive. What else is it going to hurt? Try it once. If nothing else, it'll make the people around you think you've lost your damn mind. The wiggle is your way of shaking off the negativity. It's an outward expression of an inward change where you just stay focused on all things positive in your life. It'll change your attitude, and your attitude's the only thing you truly have control of. So choose to be happy. Choose to do something to splash a little happiness into your happy cup today. And I'll see you again tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the Tuesday edition of the Thunder Walrus Show and live video stream from here at Medieval Custom Cycle Studios in Street, Maryland. Until then, peace, Walrus Nation. And for those of you on the live video stream, y'all take it easy. Have a great day. We'll catch up with you tomorrow, and thanks for watching.